Do you teach online and use Zoom? Well, I've got some important news for you. Hello, welcome back to my channel, Charlie's Lessons, and today we're talking about some important news about Zoom. Zoom is the best software out there for teaching online. With its shared screen capabilities, its stability, its breakout rooms, and its whiteboard. It's my platform of choice when I teach online, and it is for a lot of other teachers out there too. And one of the best things about Zoom was that with a free account, you could have one-to-one meetings with a time limit of 60 minutes, which is perfect because 60 minutes is the standard duration of any online class with an individual student. But a few days ago, Zoom announced that those free one-to-one meetings are now going to be capped at 40 minutes. So, are there any solutions to this problem? Let's take a look at 3 options which you have now. The first option, which was the solution for Zoom group meetings when they were capped at 40 minutes, was just to simply restart the meeting. You'll see a countdown timer for when the meeting is going to be automatically closed, and what you can do is warn your student that the meeting will close and that you're going to start the same meeting again after. However, this does not look very professional on your part. So it really does depend on the relationship you have with your student. If it's your first class with a new student, it might give off a bad impression if you're having to close the meeting because you can't afford a pro version of the software. If the student is a long-term student of yours and you have a good relationship with them, then they'll probably understand and you'll be able to close the meeting and start it again. Talking about first classes with new students, I've got a video here that goes through everything that you need to do when you have that first class with a new student right here. Option number 2 is to move to a different platform and say goodbye to Zoom. Your alternatives are options like Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, or even Skype. I know there are a lot more options available nowadays and the list is endless. I would personally recommend Google Meet, as the time limit on one-to-one meetings with Google Meet are currently 60 minutes. Microsoft Teams also has a 60-minute limit, and Skype has a 4-hour limit. I've used Google Meet before, so I would personally recommend this, and I think it's a good platform for teaching online. Most people now have Gmail accounts, which will grant them access to the Google Meet platform by default. And so there's a chance that most of your students will already be familiar with this platform. If you'd like to learn more about Google Meet and Zoom, then why not check out this video right here. Option number 3 is to stick with Zoom, but pay for it. Per month, Zoom costs about $11 to $12 if you get the annual package. And I think this is a good investment because Zoom is pulling out a lot of new features, especially recently. They've included new collaborative features on the whiteboard that you can collaborate on a whiteboard with other teachers or students previous to the meeting. They've also improved the polling and surveying options within the meeting as well. So if you're a Zoomer till you die, then you probably want to buy a pro account on Zoom now. Thanks for watching this video on the news about Zoom's time limit changes, and I hope that it helps you make the decisions that you need to make if you're teaching online. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.